we'll come to a comfortable sitting position with the legs crossed, and ensure that the body can be steady and comfortable. Make sure that the spine is straight and the head and neck are in line with the spine. And close the eyes and release any expression on the face. Ensure that the shoulders are back and down, but relaxed. And feel the hands on the knees in a mudra of your choice. And just feel the sensation of the body against the floor and your hands on your knees. And take a long, deep inhalation. And as you exhale, release all the events of the day. And take another long, deep yogic breath in. And this time, when you exhale, release all the interactions that you've had today, whether they've been in person, on the phone, in a digital space. Just release them all. And take another long, deep inhalation. And this time, when you exhale, release any thoughts or feelings of obligation of anything you need to do after this class. And instead, just allow yourself to be right in this moment and give this gift to yourself. And now gently scan the awareness through the body, checking in to see how you're feeling at this moment, beginning with the toes and the feet, and then gently moving the awareness up through the legs, up into the torso, up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, and then into the shoulders, through the arms, and into the neck. Bring the awareness now into the head and gently place it at the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And together now we'll chant Om 3 times, and Om Shanti, and I'll chant the Shanti mantra to pay respect to the wisdom traditions and respect between teacher and student and teacher, so we can all learn together without ill will. Breathing in. Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinadvadhitamastu, Ma Vedvishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. And now, very gently, lie down in Shavasana with your head in this direction, moving very gently and slowly. and ensuring that the palms are facing up and that you're comfortable. There's balance between the left and the right side of the body. And take another long, deep inhalation. And as you exhale, allow your body to melt into the floor. Again, observing how you're feeling at this moment. And we'll begin with a stretching practice. So for this practice, turn the palms so they're flat on the floor beside the body. Inhale and then gently move the arms up, back, and behind the head. As you're inhaling, stretch above the head, so full body stretch. And then as you exhale, lift the arms up again and bring them back down flat on the floor beside the body. Complete 4 more rounds, trying to synchronize the breath with the movement and really stretching through the arms and stretching the whole body when the arms are above the head. And after your final round, lie in Shavasana and observe just the effects of the practice. And our next practice, bring the soles of the feet in front of the buttocks, and then bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall towards the floor. Bring the arms in prayer position in front of the body, and then raise them above the head, still in prayer position. And stretch through the body. And then bring the prayer position hands back to the front of the chest and bring the knees together. This is 1 round. Complete another 4 rounds and hold for as long as is right for you. You'll find with each round that your knees will move a bit closer towards the floor and you'll be able to stretch the palms up above the body even more. And again, just observe the different places where energy is moving around the body throughout this practice. And when you finish your final round, lie back in Shavasana. And now bring the knees to the chest and wrap the arms around the knees like you're giving them a hug. And first part of this practice, roll on the spines from side to side. You can even do sort of rotations if that makes it better for you and just gives the spine a little massage. And when you've had enough of this practice, bring the knees to flat in front of the buttocks again. Bring the arms behind the head if the elbows can reach the floor. If not, bring the arms out beside the shoulders. And then exhale, bring the knees to the right and turn the head to the left. Spinal twist. And allow the body just to sink into the body and ease into the position. And then when it's right for you, inhale, bring the knees back to center and the head back to center. And then exhale, knees to the left and head to the right very gently. And complete another 4 rounds. And after your 5th round, lie back in Shavasana. And again, just observing the effects of the practice. And now bring the knees to the chest again and give them a hug once more. This practice is about bringing the nose to the knee, but when you do that, exhale and then gently bring the nose towards the knee without straining, and then hold for a few moments, and then inhale and gently release the head back to the floor. Complete another 4 rounds in this way. It's easier to exhale completely before bringing the nose to the knees. And ensure that when you're releasing the head back to the floor, that it's a very gentle and smooth movement. And then on your final round, lie back in Shavasana. And we'll prepare for the practice of Yoga Nidra. So ensure that the body is comfortable and that the spine is straight and that your head and neck are in alignment with the spine. You may like to tuck your chin in just a little, just to ensure that there is alignment. Ensure that also that there isn't anything tight on the body, and so that you're comfortable and warm, so you don't need to move throughout the practice. And check in to see that there is alignment between the left and the right side of the body. Take a long, deep inhalation. And as you exhale, Release any remaining tension in the body and allow it to release into the floor. Allow the body to melt into the floor. Release any remaining expression on the face. Make sure the chin and the jaw is unclenched. The muscles behind the eyes are released. And observe the contact between the body and the floor and the different points of contact between the body and the floor. Bring the awareness to the feeling of the heels against the floor and then the backs of the legs and the floor. Observe the sensation of the buttocks against the floor, the back and the spine against the floor, and the back of the head against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact create one singular plane of contact between the body and the floor. Become aware now of the sounds way off in the distance. Take your awareness there, but don't try and identify the sounds. Just move your awareness from sound to sound as you hear them off in the distance. Bring your awareness now to sounds just outside the room that you're in. Again, just moving the awareness from sound to sound. And now move the awareness to sounds inside the room that you're in. And now move the awareness to sounds inside the body, beginning with the sound of your heartbeat, and feel the sensation of your heartbeat along with that sound. And now move the awareness to the sound of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And if you don't have one, leave some space for it may emerge on its own. And we'll now move the awareness around the body, rotate the awareness around the body according to my instructions. When I say the name of a body part, place your awareness there, visualize that body part, and mentally repeat the name of that part. You don't need to move it in any way. We'll begin with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, the shoulder, the right armpit, the right waist, the right hip, the thigh, right knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. And now over to the left side of the body with the left hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, left ankle, the heel, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. And now to the back of the body with the backs of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, and the entire spinal column, the back of the neck, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving around now to the face with the forehead, the temples right and left, the eyebrows right and left, and the eyebrow center, the eyes right and left, the cheeks right and left, the nose, the lips, the chin, the jaw, the pit of the throat, the collarbones right and left, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest, the right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel, the right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, and both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole body. Have a sense now of the whole body all at once, the whole body. And release the body rotations now and bring the awareness back to the natural breath at the nostrils. Observe the natural breath now, very subtle. And observe the rise and fall at the navel in response to the natural breath. And we'll now add a count to the breath, counting backwards from 14 in the following way. Breathing in, 14. Breathing out, 14. Breathing in, 13. Breathing out, 13. Just counting along in this way to the natural breath, backwards from 14. And if you reach one, begin again. And if you lose count, begin again. And if the mind wanders, use the breath like an anchor to bring the awareness back to the practice. And release the count now. And instead, feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body is feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels as though it's outside on a hot, windy summer's day. And the face feels hotter, and the hands and the feet feel hotter. Heat radiates throughout the abdomen. The body's feeling hotter and hotter, like it's outside on a windy, hot summer's day. And release this feeling of heat now and replace it instead with a feeling of coldness. The body's feeling colder and colder. The body feels as though it's outside in the snow on a freezing winter's day. The face feels colder and the nose feels numb. The fingers and the toes feel numb through the cold. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's outside in the snow on an icy winter's day. And release this feeling of coldness now. And instead, replace it with a feeling of lightness. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels so light, like it's floating like a cloud across the sky. The arms feel lighter and the legs feel lighter. The head and the torso feel lighter. The body feels lighter and lighter, like it's just like a cloud floating across the sky. And release this feeling of lightness now and exchange it instead for a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels like it's made out of stone and it's pressing against the floor. It's so heavy. The arms and the legs feel heavier, and the torso and the head feels heavier. The body's feeling heavier and heavier, like it's made out of stone and it's pressing against the floor. And release this feeling of heaviness now. Release all of these sensations completely and allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium. And instead come to the space of the mind, the space in front of the closed eyes. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize or create the following objects and images. You're standing now on the beach and it's a few moments before sunrise. It's been a warm night and you feel the warmth of the sand beneath your feet. You hear the crashing waves and there is no one around. And you stand, you can see in front of you, there is a light, but you can just see a little crack on the horizon as to where the sun is about to blossom to begin the day. And you walk up to the water and you allow the water to wash over your feet and up your legs, and it feels warm and inviting. And you feel at peace and you feel happy. And then, just like magic, you see a flock of birds flit across the sky, and as the sort of trail leaves behind them, you begin to see the first beam of the sun for the day just poking out from the horizon over the waves. And you feel excited and joyful and grateful that you can be here for this moment. And the sun starts to ease up and there's a bit of cloud on the horizon as well. And you notice that just for you, it looks like the sun is like a heart on the horizon poking through the clouds that have formed there. And again, you feel special and you feel at peace and grateful for being there at this moment. And it's time now to come back into the room and to lie down on the mat where you are and to call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now, and if you don't have one, leave some space because it may emerge on its own. And now begin to feel the breath again in the body and allow the breath to deepen and observe how the breath creates movement in the body and when you allow it to deepen. And begin to feel your body against the floor and remember the room that you are in and the details of that room. And remember the color of your coverings, the color of your clothing, the color of your mat, and feel the sensation of your clothes against your skin. Remember the time of day. The practice of yoga nidra is coming to a close. Begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Allow yourself to externalize gently and move and stretch in a way that's right for you. You may like to turn your head gently from side to side, or even to lie on your right side for a few moments. Just allow the body to awaken gently. And then when it's right for you, keeping the eyes closed or downcast, gently come up into a comfortable sitting position, trying to maintain the peace that you've created from these practices. And now gently move the awareness through the body like we did at the beginning of the practice. Again, checking in to see how you're feeling at this moment compared to when we began. Gently moving the awareness through the feet and up through the legs, up through the hands and the arms, up through the back and the spine, observing each vertebrae on its way up through into the neck and gently into the head. And bring your awareness now to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And together now, we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude the practice. Breathing in. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.